I'm going to speak in English, sorry. I don't know much Italian, so I can't say it in Italian. So I'm just going to go piece by piece and talk about each work. So this one I titled A Night Out. It's acrylic on burlap. It's depicting one of the images you'll see in the slideshow I'm going to show you. Our get-togethers have been so special to me, and I've had so much fun surrounded by all of you, with amazing food, great views, and awesome vino. So I mainly do figurative work, as you can see. I try to grasp personality and emotion in my figures that I draw, rather than portraying what they actually look like in their physical appearance. I find that when you abstract someone and go further than their physical appearance, you can really grasp their personality and, their emotions that they're feeling that day. So whenever I have a sitter or a model, I try to grasp that more than their actual appearance. So burlap is what I used instead of a canvas. I've never actually used it before, so it's a new experience for me. It was a little difficult because it does have huge holes in it, so I had to build up the paint a lot. And what I do to build up the paint in a lot of my work is use actual piping bags for icing and baking. So yeah, I really like the burlap overall because I felt like it gave it that raw kind of texture that canvas can't really do. So the next one is sightseeing. So that is, where is it? It's this one right here. Sightseeing, it's oil, acrylic, and burlap on canvas. So I experimented a lot with this one too. I had a few pieces of burlap that I painted on, so I stuck those on there. I went to Florence a few days before I painted this, and I was inspired by all the frescoes and images of Christ, and paintings, especially at Uffizi Gallery. So the legs, I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 legs, and those kind of represent all the walking that we did, and my knees are really weak, so I made sure to get the knees in there. And what else? So the eye on the Christ child kind of represents his presence in Florence, just based on the large number of paintings, frescoes, and sculptures that I saw that related to the Bible and Christ. So the next one is the one at the bottom there. I titled it The Garden, and it's acrylic colored pencil on canvas. So this one represents the beautiful garden that me and Manduccio have outside. There is a naked figure in there, but no one actually sat naked for me out there. I just decided to put that in there to represent the purity of the landscape itself. Sitting out there has been so peaceful sometimes, but it's also had a lot of fun and active times, which relate to the other figures in the painting. And that just represents where we would sit, chat, and have dinners. And yeah. So the one up top, I titled it Full of Distractions, and it's acrylic on canvas. This is one of my earlier paintings that I did during my stay here. I had a hard time getting into my art practice here, and I think that's because I was always thinking about something different, what I wanted to see and do while I was here in Italy. And whenever I tried to sit and paint, I was always somewhere else in my head. So this one's kind of based off of that, and I really grasped inspiration once I got to know all the people around me and feel comfortable with all you and the landscape and where I was in the studio. And also, yeah, once I bought my piping bags, I was good because I use a lot of piping bags to get the texture in that painting. So yeah, that painting kind of represents the transition that I have there. So this one at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, I titled it Aperol Spritz in Montefiorali. It's oil, pencil, and ink on an artboard. This one is also based off another image that you'll see in the slideshow. So Garrett and I actually went to Montefiore Alley, and we saw Nell and Maria sitting there drinking an Aperol Spritz. And we joined them, had a few, and then explored Montefiore Alley together. And it was really fun. And the best part about it is that it was entirely unplanned. So this kind of represents the fun that we had and the unplanned event of that night. So yeah, and then there's some here, like after you can come up and look at them. I did some figure studies. I did a painting of the square in Breve. There's a painting of Mima and Duccio. And yeah, thank you so much for having me here. It's been a great experience, and
Thank you.
I'm sure Garrett will agree. We're so happy to be here.